Imagine a leader so bold, so strategic, that he would rise from the corridors of power in a divided empire to become the savior of an entire civilization. This is the story of Salahuddin Ayyubi, an extraordinary warrior, a master tactician, and the hero who conquered Jerusalem. How did a man who once served as a vizier to a Shiite Fatimid caliph rise to become the symbol of resistance against the Crusaders? Stay with me as we uncover the untold secrets behind one of history's most remarkable military campaigns, Salahuddin's conquest of Jerusalem. Born in 1137 in Tikrit, modern-day Iraq, was not born into wealth or power. He grew up during a time of immense political instability in the Muslim world, with various factions competing for dominance. Salahuddin's early life was shaped by the turbulent politics of the Middle East, especially the struggles between the Sunni Abbasid Caliphate and the Shiite Fatimid Caliphate in Egypt. At a young age, Salahuddin joined the military service under his uncle, Shirkuh, a general in the service of Nur ad-Din, the ruler of Aleppo and a strong leader in the fight against the Crusaders. Through sheer skill, wisdom and loyalty, Salahuddin quickly rose through the ranks. In 1169, Salahuddin was appointed high-ranking political advisor of the Fatimid Caliphate in Egypt. At the time, Egypt was a Shiite-controlled region under the Fatimid dynasty, while Salahuddin was a Sunni Muslim, serving under Nur ad-Din. His position was politically complex, balancing loyalty to Nur ad-Din while maintaining the trust of the Fatimid rulers. However, Salahuddin was not content with mere political power. His vision was far greater. After the death of the last Fatimid caliph, Al-Adid, in 1171, Salahuddin quietly dissolved the Fatimid dynasty and re-established Sunni rule in Egypt, effectively uniting Egypt and Syria under one banner. This was the first major step toward creating the unity necessary to confront the Crusaders. The Christian Crusaders, who had taken Jerusalem in 1099 during the First Crusade, established a number of Crusader states across the Holy Land. For decades, they ruled these lands with strongholds and fortresses, making it difficult for Muslim forces to recapture these territories. In 1187, the stage was set for one of the most famous battles in history. Salahuddin had been preparing for years, gathering forces from across the Muslim world, uniting various factions that had once been divided. At Hattin, Salahuddin's forces crushed the Crusaders, capturing many key leaders, including Guy of Lusignan, the King of Jerusalem. This decisive victory weakened the Crusader presence and opened the path to Jerusalem. Following the victory at Hattin, Salahuddin turned his sights toward the ultimate prize. Unlike the Crusaders, who had massacred the city's Muslim and Jewish inhabitants when they captured it in 1099, Salahuddin's approach to the siege of Jerusalem in 1187 was different. He offered the city's defenders a chance to surrender peacefully. The Christians initially resisted, but after days of siege and realizing that defeat was inevitable, they negotiated terms with Salahuddin. True to his word, Salahuddin spared the lives of the Christian inhabitants and allowed them safe passage out of the city, even though he could have sought revenge for the earlier massacre. This act of mercy became legendary and earned him immense respect, even among his enemies. After nearly a century of Crusader rule, Jerusalem was once again under Muslim control. The recapture of the Holy City was not only a military triumph, but a deeply symbolic moment in the history of Islam. Salahuddin Ayyubi's legacy goes beyond the battlefield. He was not just a military commander, he was a ruler who valued justice, mercy and unity. His ability to bring together a divided Muslim world under a common cause was a remarkable achievement in itself. Despite the ongoing war with the Crusaders, Salahuddin was known for his fairness and humility, even treating his enemies with dignity. His respect for Christian and Jewish holy sites in Jerusalem set him apart from many conquerors of his time, solidifying his status as a leader who understood the importance of faith, humanity, and coexistence. Even the Christian chroniclers of the Crusades, such as Balian of Ibelin and William of Tyre, wrote of Salahuddin with admiration and respect. Though Salahuddin's victory at Jerusalem was a monumental achievement, the story didn't end there. His conquest triggered the led by the famous Christian king. For years, Salahuddin and Richard engaged in a series of battles across the Holy Land. But despite the fierce fighting, Salahuddin managed to retain control of Jerusalem. Their relationship was one of mutual respect, with Richard even calling Salahuddin a great prince. While they did not agree on religious matters, both leaders demonstrated qualities that would make them legendary figures in both the Muslim and Christian worlds. Salahuddin's story is not just one of military genius, but of a man who embodied leadership, compassion, and faith. From serving as vizier to becoming the liberator of Jerusalem, Salahuddin Ayyubi's life is a testament to the power of unity, strategy, and mercy. His conquest of Jerusalem was not the result of brute force alone. It was a victory built on diplomacy, courage, and a deep understanding of what it meant to be a true leader.